All right, welcome back to the channel. RevKFRC, that's me. We got the MK-07 out here at Peachtree. We're not doing the usual intro because my goofy self, I forgot my microphone and it's just really loud out there by the road. And yeah, why not do the intro out here in the woods? We already walked probably, I don't know, 5 minutes or so in. And we got the JK here just strutting along, looking real good. So I forgot my mic, and I also forgot my tripod mount for my phone. So I'm doing this from a chest-mounted thing, which I've noticed allows me to drive a whole lot better, but I don't get the angles for you guys that I quite want to. So we'll see how that works out. And this is maiden voyage out here at Peachtree. We've got the servo, we've got front brass, we've got the stock system, the stock brushed system, so it is pretty slow. I can tell you in 5 minutes in second gear it'll get away from you, so it's plenty fast for trailing. I do not think that will be an issue at all. And if you're paying attention, you watched the previous video and you know we put a JK-07 bumper on it and the amber lights for it as well, and a really powerful winch that is an RC four-wheel drive clone that is powered off of a real RC four-wheel drive remote with a standalone 3S battery. I didn't wire in a power lead into the ESC because I haven't swapped that ESC out yet. May just never, who knows. We'll see how it does out here against some actual probably hard obstacles, because Slick Rock, where I got to run it the other day, it just did whatever I asked it to. So yeah, we're just gonna oh, there it is. Those amber lights, those look good, but too early for that. Yeah, we're gonna keep it low key out here on the trail. It will be getting dark, so part of this is going to be a night crawl, which I absolutely love. And I do have rock lights. They don't look so good and is that bright right now because it's just not that dark, but they will be plenty and very nice looking when it gets dark. I think that's it. What else? I got the JK front. I did change the shock oil. I put 90 in it, and the experience out at Slick Rock, that was the right call. So I'm very happy with that, and I think we're going to get some really nice performance out of it today. I forgot all my recovery gear at the truck, my straps and whatnot, so hopefully I don't have to winch out of anything, but if I do, I'll figure something out. We'll see. We'll see. This thing is giving me hope. I think it's going to perform really well. But let me get on down here and give you a good descent shot. All right, for descents, I usually like to only lock the front diff, so I could pull the front out of a topple. Oh, that looks scale. This brush system is honestly one of the best. We're getting a little bit of tire rub on that JK-07 bumper, but it is very slight, and I think I can live with it. There is some room on there to trim it, and it wouldn't even look bad. But I think this trail run is going to be kind of a good test of, do we need to swap the ESC and motor out? Do we need to trim the bumper? Give you some walking and talking footage here. Just show you second gear. That's faster than I feel like I want to walk behind an RC. So it will get away from you. Like if I really step it out, like I'm walking fast and it's still getting away. So for a trailing RC, the system that's in it, second gear, will it have the speed, the wheel speed, to overcome obstacles that are slippery, or when you just need a little bit more oomph to bump up and over something. That's really what we're concerned about with this system. I don't know that it does, but I also don't know that it doesn't. So I think I'm going to be kind to it and let it try its little heart out before I just go ripping it apart and putting in the takeout system that's 4S capable that came out of the JK-07. So, you know, the more I think about it, I might do that, or I might just give away the JK-07 system to a subscriber. Do it as like a, you know, just a little freebie, a little win for somebody who wants to take theirs and go brushless. Because I'm not exceptionally worried about it, and if I really want to, I'll just buy another Fusion 8. So let me know down in the comments if you'd like that. If you are interested in the brushless takeout system from the JK-07, let me know. I'll put together some sort of a I don't know, like a spin the wheel drawing type of thing, and somebody will get that. But you know, you gotta let me know. Can't read anybody's mind. And of course you gotta be a subscriber, and you gotta leave a comment and let me know if you're interested in it, and I'll make it happen. If nobody wants it, I'm just gonna put it in something else. All right, we're at our first real obstacle. As I have often said before, out here at Peachtree. We got her in 4 low. We got her in first gear. 4-wheel drive all the way on, and diffs are locked. Let's just see how she handles this. The harder one is just beyond here. It's right over there. Let's just see how it handles this. I kind of think it's going to go right up it. These ugly Hyrax copies are just very good. I hate them, but they work, and they're kind of, oh man, they're growing on me. Look at it. Yeah, good flex. The breakover angle on this is better than the JK, just because it's shorter, you know. There's no getting around it. Okay, this one was pretty tough for the JK without front weight. Now we did add weight to this already, so we are not comparing this performance to the JK before it had weight. Now when the climbs get steep is where we're going to see the JK probably have a harder time. Although that went really easily. So we got a drag brake is holding really well. We are not longing for traction at all. Oh, man, this thing just works. It seems like it's really pretty stable on the side hills as well. I'm able to avoid slamming my body into that rock over there on the driver's side. Good steering angle. Yeah, this thing is, it's also really attractive. I really don't want to beat it up because it's so pretty. I mean, look at that. One shot at it. I only paused the video because there was somebody coming and I didn't want to be talking to myself. You know. All right, this is the popular spot. I've come through here with, I think, everything that I've filmed out here. We're going to get a good look at this. Oh, I'm hitting the front bumper. Let's take it on the angle so we can get some tire and not bumper. No problem. Are we going to grab belly? Nope. Right up. That went on. Look at that. Good clearance. Shorter wheelbase. I think the rock slide had to come towards me a little bit to clear that. Even it hit it with the big tires and the better chassis geometry. All right. So far, pretty light work. Let's come on down here and make it look real nice. I'm gonna go around the right side of this tree and then cut across and see if we can get some good angles. I am completely locked up, so my turning radius is not as good. Very composed. That's a root. Not gonna go through that. All right, I got the JK over there, just peeking around the corner. I'm gonna walk over here, go through that crack, and then we'll see it come through on the other side. All right, this is gonna be fun and challenging. JK will fit through here, but there is a very big drop off right after, and the advantages of a short wheelbase are quickly going to be thrown out the window when we have this very steep drop off. Little fender scrape. I've unlocked the rear to allow me to try to get my front end to go to the right. My body's hanging up. I don't like that. I'm scratching it. It is what it is. I think I need to lock the rear so I can get some push, because otherwise I'm not going to make it. That's ugly. Reopen the rear. Let's see if we can get our front to come around, let the rear just sit there and get pulled. I didn't like that. I did it. We did it. Yeah, it's like the ESC probably like restarted or told me like, hey, we're getting bound up. We don't like what you're doing. We made it. We did not crash. We'll fix the scratches later. All right, now the hard part. I'm going to put it in second gear because we're about to go down this hill and I need as much speed as I can command all at once. Leave the front locked. I do not think I'm going to attempt to go here. It's very steep. We'll see how it feels when I get closer. Yeah, this has fall on your lid written all over it. But this thing has really surprised me so far. Let me get out of the way. I'm going to attempt to drive down this. I'm in second gear. If I start to go, I'm going to grab the throttle and try to not topple down onto those rocks. Oh man, I was way more worried about that than I needed to be. Holy cow, that was easy. All right, I see you. Whew, okay, we're back over here. This is the one that needed a winch. What gear am I in? I can't actually tell because first and second, they both have really good control. and the drag brake is identical. Golly, that's so steep. Oh, heck no. I almost said a wordy dirt. Okay, look. The short wheelbase, the wheel weights, the hub weights, you know what I'm saying, the portals. And these tires, I'm disgusted at how good this thing is. What gear am I in? It doesn't even matter. It just does what you tell it. That is legitimately steep. It's going to be like the rock slide, but in the shape of a Jeep. Just does whatever you point it at. I mean, kind of looks like it. It's really cool doing it, too. Be a little celebratory light show. Nice. Man, I really like that one. All right. Let's get out of here. Okay, it can climb. And we saw that it can descend. Can it descend this under with equal composure as the rock slide, or at least the JK? Just stopping power on command. So far, I was going to mention this earlier, but I think the need for wheel speed is directly correlated with the need for traction. So if your tires do not grip as good, you need more speed to overcome the lack of grip. But if your tires, such is the case with these Hyrax knockoffs, have immense traction, perhaps you just don't need all that wheel speed. Now, this is where you need wheel speed. Let me put it in second, just in case. What I think is second. Look at the crawl control in second gear. Didn't need it. It's 1,000% all on its own composed. That was really good. I didn't have to goose it. I just did because I freaked out a little bit. That was good. Let's go to the next thing. Okay, well, so far this thing has all at once made me surprised at its performance, but also I've come to expect it the more I go. So we're going to try this. This is a pretty steep side hill. Oh, what gear was I in? Let's see. Okay, that's second gear. That's first gear. Yeah. I gotta overcome all these leaves. That's first gear. Have we found it? Is this the limit? Let's try second gear. It's definitely second gear. Okay. Put it back into first. We got it. So we're not going to call that the limit. This is a pretty sketchy side hill. I'm probably being dumb here. Let me unlock the rear so I can slip it. Keep more of a an uphill orientation with the front, and then let the rear kind of slide drag. This technique has worked to get across all kinds of stuff like this, where you can't actually side hill it. So you just traction with the front and then drag the rear. Right here, I don't have a choice. I got to turn the rear back on. I can't overcome this ledge. So this could get real spicy real quick. Okay, I've got it out. Unlock that rear again. Come on, settle down. Settle down. Don't you do it. I'll save you, but I don't want to. Yes. Whew. Good stuff. Let me get that pine straw out of there. That's not scale. Okay, I'm gonna call that a win. I didn't even attempt this with the JK, so now I have to. This is not a point in the book. This is not a point against the JK. I didn't even try it. My bad. These two are gonna have a head-to-head for sure. They have to now. I think it's, you know, from a mathematical standpoint, it's fairly obvious what their strengths are. We're just talking about angles. We're talking about geometry here. Oh, a little trail hooligan. All right, we're over here by the waterfall, but I want to try a couple of things before I get the tires all wet and gross. See if we can make this ascent here. Unlock the rear. It was open. Need a little bump from the bottom here. Yep. Pretty good. Also, something that's worth pointing out, this actually came with running boards that function as rock sliders, not the rock grabbers that the JK has. Now, I love that JK. Don't get in the comments and saying I don't love that thing. I do. It's great. But they wanted to make it different than this, and they did, but in some ways they made it not as good a performer. And that's okay. We love them for what they are. But that was a pretty legit climb. And I was in first gear, so there's no way it's gonna make it up this, but let's give it a shot anyway. The rock slide got about halfway before it got too steep, and I don't think this thing has the weight balance to do it. The weight distribution is pretty good. It is very front heavy, but that motor is actually really heavy. So that's a reason maybe to keep it. Let's put it in second gear. Can't believe it's still hanging on. And oh wow, slow crawling that. Oh no. Oh, first crash ever. It was graceful. Let's see, the light bar just got turned downward a little bit, but she's all good. She doesn't even look dirty. It even crashes nice. That was actually really impressive. I'll take that. I'm good with it. Let's go try the waterfall. Oh yeah, full light show. Yeah, it looks good. Now let's see if we can do it justice and make it across this thing. The JK did it. It was hard. This thing having the weight already and being a shorter truck. And these god-awful tires work really well. Gotta do our celebratory light show because it did it pretty drama free. I didn't even feel like I had to be super close to it to rescue it. I mean, this thing is just great. It looked good. It works. It's just awesome. And I didn't even have to use any winching. I went ahead and unlocked the rear to give me some better turning to get around these ledges. You know, if you squint, these tires look like BFG KM3s, and maybe that's what I'll just tell myself that. Little servo shake to bring the front end down. We got to be careful about tipping here. We're close. I mean, this thing makes me think it's going to tip all the time, but it kind of just doesn't. There it is. Rely on that rock slider. Strong servo. The rear is still open. Front locked only. Yep. With poise and precision. Nice. The rock slide was able to go up. I don't think the JK could do it. I don't remember trying it. But let's put it in second gear and see if we can get it to go up. Crawl back over. Very top heavy, floppy. I wonder if I could just crawl that root. The tires are really, they do work. You should give it a try. I'm just going to push it up there. Give her minimal help. Put her right in the bad spot so we can see if we can get up the hard stuff. Need some more lights. Made a little bit of a bump to get our passenger rear past that what looks clearly to be a worn tire mark or spot. Probably from people like me doing this. Nice. Alright, I'm going to unlock the rear again. Let me wait. Now we'll unlock the rear. Stay on the front throttle. Slide the rear end over. Servo got worked hard so the truck reset. I like that it comes back on though. It all resets, sort of. And the drag brake when this thing is off is 1000% there. I went too far. But we're gonna do it with whatever that mode is. Alright, now that I can see it, we'll swap it out. Oh, I'm gonna get closer. Yep, I'm gonna lose it. I gotta try that again. I know I can do it. I think my initial line was bad. my approach. Alright, so I went back up and I did like a 30-point turn. I'm gonna try this again. Yeah, I don't know how I lost it before. It had to be the initial line approach, because that went smooth. All right, that waterfall run was really good. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't really have any doubts. This thing is seems to be weighted really nicely. The tires work. The lights, it all looks really good. Such a fun truck. So far, the lack of wheel speed has not been a problem. I think it's because these tires grip so well, and we have a really nice turning radius. So let's try and climb this. I think we'll do it, no problem. We'll have to probably get rid of some of the sand and water on these tires. I'm gonna relock the rear. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yep. Just had to get the tires cleaned off a little bit. I think we can all probably start to guess what's about to happen. We are approaching the nemesis, the final boss plus one, whichever. We're gonna see if we can make it up that thing with this thing. We've had good luck. The Emo XX did it, that big giant thing. The MK-07 has done it with the wheel weights and the Baja Pros X, the big ones. The Rock Slide did it with very little drama. So you're next, MK-07. Let's see if you can get her done. This isn't one of those that requires a great deal of wheel speed, so I think it'll be all right. I'm not sure if my diffs are locked, but we'll find out here when I try to climb this stuff on the way over. I'm thinking maybe not. Let's lock them up. Yeah. I told you those rock lights would work out. Plenty of light underneath there. See what your tires are doing. Can we make this left? Good clearance from the front bumper. Hang it up a little bit on the rear. All right, no big deal. Already grabbing a hold. Let's go get a little closer. All right, so rear tires are a little bit uncooperative. Here's where that short wheelbase is starting to show itself. I might need to take this a little bit further to the right. What am I stuck on? You're not locked. Oh, it's locked. Alright, we got some ground. Heavy body. Starting to show. Come on, simmer down. Let's get these tires to clean up a little bit. We're all rooting for you, MK. Except for Mark. You know who you are. You don't want the MK to be better than the JK. Neither do I. I just want it to be really good. We are properly scout. Open. The rear. See if I can get it to straighten up. Get more of an upward descent than the sideways. Slowly add a little bit of speed. See if we can get past this low traction and this hole right there. We don't want to upset her and send her backwards. Let's go a little bit more over this way. Find some traction. Really, I just found another. Passenger rear is trying to overcome this ridge. I'm just gonna slide past it by unlocking the diff in the rear. Then we'll relock it. Now that we're straight up, we can give her some gas. Kind of scram crawl. All right, so this is the position that we've had to get into for every one of them who's made it. I don't know, did the rock slide go up on the left? I don't remember. I just did that like 2 hours ago. So let me reposition myself and us. Okay, we want to go up here. We know this. We have to avoid that and that hole. That's tricky. So I think our rear is still locked. We'll find out because it'll start being real squirrely. I want to send us backwards. So yeah, we got to basically climb here, clear the front axle of that horn that sticks out. Let the rear slip and slide in and past that hole, maybe. Lock it. See if I can get it to slip backwards. I need it to slip past that hole. I lost a lot of ground. What's happening? Drag brake? Man, I just lost all kinds of ground. It's because it's dark. That's what it is. Alright, well. Back up. Gotta back down a little bit to go back up. Things are getting sideways. Or I usually do this part. We're gonna get this. Unless this thing just does not have the wheelbase. It's plenty heavy in front, and these are very high traction tires. Come on. Slip upward. Touching you. Oh. Man. Second gear, so what happened? Alright, I'm gonna put it back over there. Try it again from where I know we got on our own. In see. This shouldn't be hard because it's darker. Doesn't make any sense. I do feel like I can't get a good place to stand for some reason. Nope, that's uncomfortable. All right. Get all that crap out. I need to figure out what gear I'm in. Okay, that's second. That's first. Here. I think they're unlocked. This is so sketchy. Look how bright that thing is. Yeah, this remote, it's not obvious if the thing that you activated, you can't tell what state it's in. I think the rear's still locked. Ow. Nope, it was unlocked. All that hopping and grip. Come on. Back too far. Well, you know what? Maybe it just can't do it. Can't do it. And that's okay. It can do a whole lot of other stuff really well. What am I? Stability. Hey, what we do have is a winch. I don't think I have enough cord to reach up there, and I forgot all my anchors. Well, I guess we have to call this obstacle 1. Maybe I could do it in the daylight. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe the JK is just, or the MK is just not the JK. That's okay. But it sure looks cool. They both look cool. That drag brake is so aggressive. Alright, we did a little time warp. We skipped ahead. I think we all know that it'll do this, but let's do it anyway. Got the diffs open. Let's see what she'll do. Still made it. Gonna have to lock some front at least. Well, it's getting late. We were defeated. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta edit all this video. So, I'm gonna walk it on back to the truck. Probably play in the water a little bit. Lights look really good. grabbed a hold of a vine. Oh, that's low voltage. Oh, wow. Okay. I told you before I was going to run it with a known quantity. I'm glad I got it on camera. You've seen basically all the runtime almost minus maybe 5 minutes. And that thing just shut off. Holy cow. It went to low voltage for about 10 seconds and then it was done. So that is a 9200 milliamp. Okay, so 9200 milliamp battery in there. And it didn't even make it. We skipped a bunch of stuff because it's dark now. And I gotta go, and it was just, we didn't meet the main obstacle, so now we gotta go back to the drawing board, I guess. But anyway, 9200 milliamp lipo couldn't get us there and back. So yes, this system is extremely power hungry, but it's okay. Brought another one. This is the Hovu 9200 milliamp 3S. It fits in there like the tray was made for it, probably because they knew that these things are power hungry as all get out. So now we're gonna swap it out and keep on going. All right, got her all swapped out. Easy. They put together a pretty good system here. Now I did, of course, if you remember from another video, I put in the MK-07 front body mount system. Okay, so there's no body pins. That would be more annoying with body pins. So I got rid of those. Somehow I skipped right over the white light bar. I think it's temperamental. If you don't give it enough time to think, it'll skip over the white one. I don't know why. That's the one I wanted. Is that first or second? That's second. So anyhow, power hungry. You might call this maybe an hour and 15 minutes. That's what this battery got in this truck. I don't think my diffs are locked. That's probably why I'm struggling. They reset whenever the truck died. She'll certainly climb hills in second gear though. It's open. Was the rear open too? The rear is open. So they were locked. Pissed it off. I think I'm stuck. Try it this way. Aw, careless. All right, I'm just gonna trail this thing back to the truck. We'll do a little quick wrap up. Do a quick end of the video wrap up. The MK-07 did really well. Apologize for the car noises. We're right, I mean literally right on the road. But it met its limitations where I kind of suspected it would. This thing is already very heavy in the front. But it's just not quite long enough, I think. Perhaps with some bigger tires to allow the front to grab the high ground a little bit better. I don't think it's a matter of the foams. These tires are very grippy. I don't think that was a problem. But, you know, we'll swap some things out. We'll give it a try. It's all in fun. You know, it's an experiment. But we're also having fun here. So, I do want to see this thing make it to the top of the Nemesis or Boss Plus One or whatever I called it before. So one of you in there probably knows. I don't know. But look who's in the back lurking. You did good today, big guy. You did good too, MK-07. I'm not mad at you. I still love you. You're a heck of a performer. You can't do what others can do, and that's okay. But we're gonna try anyway. I appreciate everybody for watching the video. I don't know how long it's going to be. I've taken several clips. And we'll see what gets edited out. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the footage. Apologies for not having the better camera angles that you are potentially used to. It is what it is. I forgot my mount. But home is 70 miles away, so I wasn't going to go back. We're going to work with what we have. But be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. I super appreciate it. And I'm going to see you in the next one.